Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Coachman's Diaries. I'm Keith in Oncourt, and today we are in the beautiful traditional lands of the Treaty 8, First Nations and Métis, and today we are with Tammy. Tammy Kalita, you want to tell us what we're up to today?
Well, welcome all. We're here today with Keith. Thank you for hosting us today at the Lester Slave Lake Watershed Council's 8th anniversary of the Kids Can Catch event. Thank you to all our sponsors and everyone who came out today. We've got about 50 kids out here. We've got ice augers going, and we're going to teach them how to let them go and let them grow.
The basis of any great event, safety we put into it. We are looking for a minimum of 2 feet of solid, clear ice. Extreme care is taken to avoid the natural hazards, such as gas pockets, springs, ice heaves, openings, and cracks in the ice. Care and attention would also be given to stay away from the openings of rivers and creeks, as well as pay attention to things like beaver lodges and the natural hazard around you. Once safety checks have been put in place, the local Fish and Wildlife, as well as the local fire department from the local community, help Tammy as she begins the process of connecting students to the environment. Using the best fish handling practices that we established with Brad Fenson this summer, Tammy will now take this knowledge and transfer it to wintertime applications. We will start by making all of our hooks 100% barbless. Once my jig heads are prepared and I have all of my gear ready to release the fish, I will drill my holes in no greater than 20 feet of water. This depth restriction is by far one of the biggest contributors to the survivability of a live release program. You will then notice how Tammy wet her gloves and then cradled the fish and is now placing it in a cooler full of fresh lake water. Keeping the fish out of water for less than 30 seconds is our overall goal. Our lake has a slot size limit between 45 and 50 centimeters, so if Tammy finds that our fish fits within that slot size limit, she will place it back in the cooler for immediate dispatch. We have a 0 possession limit for northern pike where we are at, so if you'll notice, once Tammy removes a single barbless jig, the northern pike is placed easily back down the hole. Ling or burbot are great tasting fish and are often caught when you're fishing for walleye and pike. Now, we have no slot size for them or no size limits, but it's sometimes kind of nice to figure out how big your fish is. All of the fish that we are taking for consumption, we will dispatch at the earliest possibility. You will notice that because our lake has a slot size limit, Tammy will measure the fish twice to confirm that it hits the slot size before she dispatches it. A solid strike behind the head, followed by a slitting of the gills, is by far the most humane way of dispatching this fish. It is through this consumptive process that we can teach about life, we can teach about the environment, we can teach about the entire ecosystem, and ultimately our goal is to gain appreciation for food sources and respect for our environment. Just a shout out to the Coachman's Diaries production team as well as to Kate Loveson and Megan Payne from the Lester Slave Lake Watershed Council, as well as to Aaron Kerr for always letting me know where my finances are, and to Cal Tire for keeping me on the road. Your support is very much appreciated and valued. Always remember to be safe and sponsor a nonprofit conservation organization. Thank you very much for watching.